Good morning everyone. So today is the day for these calves. They are getting dehorned. Usually I do them up on the cow shed yard up there, but there is weather sort of threatening, so we can't do them outside. So I'm going to put them in that shed there, or try to. Dad's come down to help because I'm feeling like it might be a little bit of a mission getting the feeder back out. Hopefully they'll just follow the feeder in there, but then to back it out might be a little bit harder. Come on girls, come on! Well, I've changed the plan a bit, so they're all following me, which is good. And what I'm going to do is open these gates, leave the feeder over there, and just walk into the shed and see if they'll follow. I don't know if it'll work, but I think a few will. Open that. Come on girly gillies, come on in, come on, come on in. Come on in, come on. Come on in here. Come on in. Come on, diggy diggy diggy. Come on in. Come on. You used to live in here. Come on, Govy, Govy, Govies, come on! Well, some are coming. Some are coming. There's a few outside that are a bit unsure. I was hoping Dad might go around behind them and push them through. Oh, there's one in the paddock still. Come on, get it, gillies! Whoop. Through the gate. Sort of worked. There's just two down there. Have a look. Have a look. Have a look. There we go. What a mission. Come on, gillies. Come on. There we go. That was a bit of a mission, but good to get them in here anyway. It'll be good to get this done. So once they arrive, I might ask them if they want to. I can sort of pull that gate out and put them in here so they're quite tight when they jab them, and then we can open them back up when they want to actually dehorn them. That's good for now. They won't be too far away. I think they're coming at 10:30 and it must be just after that now, or just after 10. When you dehorn them, you're not allowed to feed them milk 4 hours before they get done. But the handy thing about doing them in here is I can just let them out into this paddock, because they do get a little bit wobbly afterwards, or it takes them a little bit to recover. So they can just come out into this paddock and I'll feed them this afternoon sometime. Now that I've put them in the shed, I can pretty much guarantee myself it's not going to rain. The sun is coming out, it's nice and warm. Go to the other cow shed because that's where I think they might go, or think that's where I might be. Yesterday we had a heap of rain. We had 60 mils, so that started the night before and then went through to yesterday at about, I think about 9 o'clock. And it sort of, yeah, it was just constant rain. It was unreal. That's probably the heaviest and most constant rain I've seen since I've been back home in the last sort of 4 years. But a little bit of an update on the calving mob. Yep, there's still 3. None of these heifers are calved yet. I don't think they'll be too far away, but they sort of look like they're getting close, I hope. Right, so we got the A team here. Do you want to, is it alright to do them like that, or do you want me to, I can shut that gate there on those posts and so they're real tight, easy to jab?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, might be easier, right? Good. Up. What's that stuff you're giving them?
This is just biology, which sedates them and puts them to sleep.
Just a sedation agent, or?
Just a sedation.
Yeah. Now they got a bit more room to fall over or go to sleep in. So once they're pretty out of it, then they just shoot around and clip around the buds. So you get a good burn, is it?
Yeah.
That one's gone. And then just a local, so they can't feel anything. They're all pretty much conked. Some of them start snoring too. These things here are called the debutters, so they heat up, and what's powering them is just a little petrol generator there with extension leads. Pretty easy and quite quiet too, actually. Calves are pretty much all gone. Easy as that. I just need to go and shut my cows away. I'll leave them doing that for a bit. There's also those 3 bull calves in there which I'm going to steer or put a ring around their balls, so we're just going to grab a few rubber rings and some, what are they called, elasticators, and do them while they're asleep. They're probably a little bit short on there, but these paddocks really need regrassing or undersowing. They're just a little bit short in places and not growing as well as I'd like, but you can sort of see the flooding just through there. It's pretty hard to see and a bit far away, but that's all from all the rain that we've just had recently. That looks like them. That'll do. Dad got some rubber rings the other day. I think that'll be them there. Looks like them. Yep. And the ring just goes on like that. Some people double them up, but I'm just going to go with one. Got one here, I think. Yep. Right. Make sure you got both of them in before you pull it off. Done. You used to the smell?
Yeah. You go home stinking like singed hair, eh?
Yeah.
All in your hair and your clothes. It's gross.
So they just get a bit of a spray where the buds come out of, and a check for any fifth teats. Oh. Voila. all done. So calves looking pretty good, and I don't know, what time did you start? Probably 11:15.
Yeah, about that.
So I think it's 20 past now, so half an hour, pretty quick. They should start waking up shortly, but they'll be a little bit dopey for a couple of hours. So what I'm going to do is just leave them in here, and I'll probably come back, what is it, it's 11:30 now, so I'll probably come back this afternoon and put them in the paddock and feed them. But they're fine just where they are. Well, I can hear them mooing, so that's a good sign. Oh hey girls, you all awake now? They're all drinking, pretty happy, none are too real wobbly. They walked out of the shed alright. All the buds look pretty good too. Sometimes they don't see around here properly, or they knock it and there's a bit of blood that comes down, but they all look really well done. There's no blood on any of their faces. Girls did an amazing job. A bit more. So much left in here anyway. So good to get that job done anyway. They also gave them a 10-in-1 injection, and I quite like doing it like this because they go around and cut off any of those extra teats, like 5th teats. There are different ways you can dehorn. You can put them in a crush, still use the local around the horn and bud them that way, but I don't know, it's pretty easy getting them in, and we sort of do leave them a little bit longer till they're older. Sort of these calves, they said, were one of the last jobs they had on. I think they got a few next week and that's about it for them, but we sort of tend to leave them just that little bit longer. So I don't know, I'd feel a bit bad doing it to little Jersey calves when they're only sort of 4 to 6 weeks old. They say that that's like the best time to do it because the buds are nice and small and it's easy, but yeah, I don't know, Jerseys are so small, I'd feel a bit cruel. Well, it didn't actually end up raining, but it was pretty handy doing them in there. I've got the other mob to do on Monday, so I might just bring them down and put them in there too. And then at least if it does rain, I can definitely do them. Whereas if it's going to rain, I'd have to put it off for another day. The other ones aren't quite so bad, their horns aren't as big as these ones were. But yeah, just awesome to get that done. Just another job ticked off. Just my opinion too though, but I think probably in the near future, I think polled genetics are going to become quite the thing. And by polled I mean that calves will be grown without horns. They've done it with Angus and Hereford, and it's not so big in the dairy sector yet. But it would be pretty handy because then you'd save this job. Plus yeah, horns are a bit of a pain. The cows can be, there's a couple of cows in here that have horns and they can be absolutely horrible to other ones and inflict damages, so that's why we do take them off. But at the moment you can sort of get a few cows or bulls, sorry, that have polled genetics if they've got the double capital P behind their name. I believe that their offspring will definitely be polled, and if it's a big P and a little p, then it's or a capital and a little p, then it's got a 50% chance. But A2 sort of been the thing in the last probably 5 years, I guess, a fad maybe. But yeah, I believe that polled's going to be the next thing that I guess the breeding companies will look at, but only time will tell. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. And apart from that, I'll see you next time.